I cannot believe that after over 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, we might finally be getting a well-needed, or a few well-needed Force Ghost minifigures. Hello there, by the way, I am Moldy. Welcome to the channel. We do a load of LEGO Star Wars news, mocks, and a mix of things nowadays, but it's come to my awareness as of a recent comment on this channel. I leave the comment here that we might finally be getting some Force Ghost minifigures. Well, technically the leak has nothing to do with Force Ghost, but I am really excited for the possibility because you might remember when Luke's UCS Landspeeder came out, we got Aunt Beru in the Lars Homestead kitchen, which is a really good promo. And last year, they went even bigger with the droid carrier. Okay, it wasn't as good as the one we looked at and only come with a handful of droids, but still, that's basically a small set given away for completely free for a May 4th promo. And rumor has it for this year, May 4th, we're getting a very similar build around the same piece count as the original Beru, Lars, and Lars Kitchen. But this time, there's a twist. We're also getting 3 minifigures, which blows my mind that they're not only giving one minifigure away. Battle droids is fair enough, but this year we could get 3 minifigures. Take this all with a grain of salt, don't get too excited just yet. But you can get at least a little bit excited. And my mind went straight to 2 things actually. It didn't go straight to Force Ghost. Force Ghost makes sense, and I do have a mock here that we will be taking a look at in just a second with my very own Force Ghost minifigure. Let's slide that off for now. My other initial reaction was a Senate pod. We could get a little Senate pod build with Palpatine, with Mas Amedda, and with, I've completely forgot the name of the other character, but with the third character that we see throughout the prequels and Clone Wars standing on the left-hand side of our Papa Palpatine. Taking a look on the Reddit page, a load of people were saying it's got to be Palpatine. We have a Palpatine minifigure, or even Vader's transformation chamber. As far as we reviewed here on the channel, the cheapest Lego set part per gram, and probably doesn't look too bad part per piece because there's a load of small pieces included in the set. But you might also recall that for Rebuild the Galaxy, we've got a Dark Falcon with a light side Vader. And that Darth Vader had the older Anakin face. Before they replaced the Force Ghost with Hayden Christensen, it has the older face underneath in a fleshy colour as opposed to the more burnt up Vaders we're used to seeing in the LEGO Star Wars run. And I don't think they're just using this for Rebuild the Galaxy. This is the perfect head for a Force Ghost Anakin from the original Return of the Jedi. You might be looking at this video and going, what on earth am I talking about? The anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, the anniversary of Force Awakens, I think it's even the anniversary of Rebels, which kind of slipped my mind, anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, anniversary of The Mandalorian, Disney Plus, Season 7 of the Clone Wars, which I completely overlooked everywhere besides America, who did get the both of them early, I think. Force Ghosts only appear in, technically Kenobi does appear in The Empire Strikes Back, but we mainly get Kenobi, Anakin, and Yoda in Return of the Jedi. They missed the anniversary last year. However, they could have been working on it for the anniversary. That's a bit more of a complex issue. We'll get onto that later on. And then we've also got Qui-Gon in Kenobi. Again, was that 1 year or 2 ago? And then we've got Force Ghosts in, well, Force Ghosts kind of in the Clone Wars and in the most recent Ahsoka show. Well, we're rumoured to get another Ahsoka set later this year, so I suppose in a way it could be a Force Anakin linked to that, though Ahsoka and Sabine are available in other sets, and usually these are somewhat exclusive minifigures. I'm not sure if all of Beru, Lars, probably the hairpiece at least, was found on other minifigures, but the torso and legs, or torso and dress piece, would have been exclusive to that smaller set. So it completely makes sense that LEGO would want to go with some brand new minifigures, and 3 minifigures. I can't get out of my mind that scene on Endor, celebrating blowing up the 2nd Death Star, and the 3 Force Ghosts appear. They're minifigures the community have been asking for so long, kind of like the Lars family, and I don't think we ever got a Beru minifigure, so maybe this time next year we could get the same with Galen Erso. I'm not sure that Rogue One is that popular to be giving us minifigures for May 4th, but I'd love to see Galen Erso and perhaps some sort of Death Star production line, even if they give it as a set May 4th promo, or even a little poly bag would make me happy at this point. But let me know what 3 minifigures you think we are going to be getting for this May 4th promo. Again, it's just a rumor at the minute. It might turn out to be a set with 3 minifigures, and I'd still love that set to have 3 Force Ghosts. We've got the Clone Wars Ahsoka Eater, Revenge of the Sith Arc 170, Empire Strikes Back helmet. We're rumored to get some Force Awakens sets. It would be nice to see Rebels return, though again, I can't exactly remember when Rebels come out, so it might not even be the anniversary. But if it is, I'd love to see some Rebel sets on top of everything else. And that does free up the promo to have an unrelated, like last year we got the Phantom Menace anniversary set. It would free up that slot for an unrelated set that could give the community what we really want, LEGO Force Ghost minifigures. A while back I picked up this Luke Skywalker Force Ghost, and I'll leave the video on the end screen. I won't talk too much about it, but I have used it to build this MOC from Episode 9, Revenge of the Skywalkers. It might as well be called Revenge of the Skywalkers. They just wipe out the Palpatine name by adopting Rey as their own. But it's Rise of the Skywalker, and it's one of my favourite moments from the scene, because we see throughout the original trilogy, Kenobi is almost hell-bent on destroying Vader. We have a bit more context now, but back in the 70s and 80s, it looked like Kenobi just wanted Vader dead. And then he begins to learn his mistakes. He's even hell-bent on training Luke as the one person that can save the galaxy. And Yoda says there is another, whether that's relating to Leia, whether that's Rey, whether that's Ben Solo, no matter who that is, whether that's Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker himself, Yoda turns out to be a lot wiser than Kenobi, and Kenobi sort of goes down this almost grumpy Duke Skywalker, as some people are calling him, from The Last Jedi path. Even though it's definitely not as bad as Luke gets, it is still in a similar path that Luke ends up following in The Last Jedi. And this is Luke Skywalker's redemption. Yes, he kind of died to realize that, but so did Kenobi in the original trilogy. Now that's enough of whether the characters were done right or any of that. I really like this MOC because it brings back Porg Island. That I feel like I built this ages ago, but I built this in a short for those of you that missed it, and the point of this island was to build Porgs without using the printed headpiece, just to show you that it is possible, and they also look pretty good. But Porg Island does detach just in the middle here, and I've also used the wing of my last X-Wing, the last Red 5 playset. We did get one in the Rebuild the Galaxy set that came with a tie, but I didn't pick that up. So I've nabbed the wing from that X-Wing, added that, just leveling out the water for Rey Skywalker here to lift up and use that to fly to Exegol for her final mission. For Luke himself, I have given him the official LEGO head and hairpiece that I was covering. But I've also given him a custom rubber cape, and I'm sure the Thor, Loki, Marvel cape, let's call it, would look a little bit better. But because of when Luke's walking, his cape's dragging along the floor, I like the Batman style just that little bit more, to show that it's perhaps getting caught on some of the rocks and isn't as smooth, because the floor of Octo is anything but smooth. Another detail that I really like on this fairly simple diorama, you can see it's not built up too much, but I've crammed as much detail. Even the water here has little depth changes as you get closer to the island, but I've added the top of, or the bottom of, I guess, the burning Kylo Ren shuttle. We were just speaking about the Kylo Ren shuttle when I built my custom TIE Avenger from the Andor Season 2 trailer, which, one second, does this not remind you of a certain structure from the Knights of the Old Republic if you flip it on its side? It definitely does to me. But it's also very similar to a TIE Interceptor. We've just got the nose of one of the wings attached at an angle to give the rocks a more interesting texture, but that is up in flames, orange wedge, yellow clips, and a ton of translucent orange elements to make that look like that is burning. And overall, that's pretty much all there is. There's a load of detail on this rockwork, different little caverns, and even a little puddle here and there. Having picked up the Force Ghost minifigure, which is also holding the Skywalker saber that he saves from being burnt up and destroyed by Rey. What was she thinking burning that saber? I had to recreate this moment in LEGO, and I must say, if we are getting some LEGO Force Ghosts, I really hope we do get a Luke, a Qui-Gon down the line and can complete our collection. No, I'm not too fussed about canon. We said in the stream, Force Ghosts are very close to holograms, so we can get a ton of other characters, not just Luke, Qui-Gon, and the other 3 we see in the original trilogy, and any other Force Ghost that could be or have been already in Star Wars. But we could also get the hollow chess table with different buildable structures using some tan elements, like I built the Ice Gonk for last year and the years before's Advent Calendar MOC. We could get similar builds like that for some of the hollow chess characters, as well as just any character that's shown up as a hologram. You know, we're talking Vader, we're talking Palpatine, we're talking Snoke, we're talking General Grievous, Count Dooku, even non-force sensitives like a bunch of clones as holograms, and even R2-D2. For 25 years of LEGO Star Wars, we had this R2-D2 hologram with a hologram 1x1, which does exist in LEGO. And I was so hoping we'd get that as an actual minifigure, just a trans blue R2-D2. It is a bit more fragile than LEGO, but we have so many different minifigure translucent elements, which is how I built my custom Force Ghost Qui-Gon. This looks nothing like Qui-Gon, but this was to represent Qui-Gon's Force Ghost appearing at the end of the Kenobi show. We've got translucent legs, translucent arms, and translucent heads. This wouldn't be the first time trans elements have been used in LEGO Star Wars even. We got Jek 14 from the Yoda Chronicles with a trans blue force arm that he used to just zippity zap everyone in the show. As of recording this video, we haven't got any Force Ghosts. I hope to look back on this in like 10 years and have a full collection of Force Ghost minifigures, but this custom minifigure here has printed some lighter blue colors on translucent legs, and again, the hips, the torso, the hands would all be just regular LEGO elements. Probably in some form of light blue, but as we saw with Anakin in the Ahsoka show, the Force Ghosts don't look too different to their original minifigures. So the big thing I'd like LEGO to work on is some translucent legs with just the start of Jedi robes. We can use them for Kenobi, Anakin, Qui-Gon, and potentially even add them to the already really good sequel trilogy Luke Skywalker minifigures, and then we'd need another set of legs for Yoda. So if we do get a 3 minifigure pack with Yoda, Kenobi, and Anakin, and somehow manage to get hands on a second pair, we could have an official Qui-Gon and Luke, and I guess a second Yoda Force Ghost. Perhaps at some point Yoda's going to switch it up and appear to us in his High Republic robes instead, so we'd have a spare set of legs for that. But let me know what you think about LEGO Star Wars Force Ghost minifigures. I've seen so many interpretations, fully transparent minifigures. I do really like that element, that fake element that went round and got everyone excited for Force Ghosts a couple of years ago that would clip over the minifigure, though it would be hard to fit characters like Yoda and Ahsoka in there if they are needed for some custom MOCs. But let me know what you think of Force Ghost minifigures in general. Are you excited? And what do you think these 3 May 4th promo figures are going to be? That's all for today. Don't forget to like on your way out and subscribe for more content like this. And may the bricks be with you always.